You're gonna love this story. This is true justice. He was obnoxious, he was nasty, he was arrogant, he was cocky. Let me share with you why this plastic surgeon made fun of my client's medical malpractice claim and what happened to this doctor a few months later. Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. This doctor was one of the most arrogant people I have ever had the opportunity to question. My client suffered significant injury as a result of improperly performed plastic surgery. So now, during the course of my client's lawsuit, I had an opportunity to question this doctor. Now, here's what was fascinating. The doctor came in late to his own question and answer session for his pretrial testimony. The doctor came into his pretrial testimony wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. He clearly didn't care about what was going on in these proceedings. He mocked us. He laughed at us. He ridiculed us. As I'm questioning him, he would continue to laugh at us, claiming that we had no basis whatsoever to bring a claim. He claimed every single time I was asking him questions about what was the standard of care. Not only did he claim that he met the standard of care, but he claimed that he exceeded the standard of care. And I knew immediately that a jury, if they ever got to trial, would never, ever respect this doctor. The doctor was just too arrogant and too cocky. They would hate him, absolutely hate him. Now, after we finished questioning the doctor, months later, I find out that the doctor lost his license to practice medicine. Now, why was that? It turned out the doctor was brought up on not just one, but a handful of charges of claims of improper medical care by many, many patients, not just my client. And now the state of New York Department of Health was investigating him, and they'd come to the conclusion that this doctor was in imminent danger of committing harm to other patients if they allowed him to continue to practice medicine. And they immediately revoked his license to practice. So who ultimately had the last laugh? My client did, but unfortunately for her, she suffered the effects of his improper medical care. Now, what was amazing was that after we learned that the doctor lost his license to practice, the defense still refused to negotiate with us until we got close to trial. And then I called the defense attorney up. I said, listen, where are you going with this? You know you can't go into the jury. You know you can't go to trial with this case. You need to settle this case now. And now here's a great opportunity to do that. And ultimately we had ongoing settlement negotiations, and we were successful in resolving this case. What was fascinating was that this doctor refused to acknowledge, number one, he did anything wrong, and then made a mockery of the lawsuit, made a mockery of our civil justice system because he was high and mighty, he knew better, when all of a sudden his license was revoked because he was in imminent danger to other patients. Amazing justice, isn't it? You know, I realize you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.